LDW MMAC, this is your boy the coach, and you're live on the coach's channel, the coach's show live. Okay, guys, now here's a fight that I was definitely anticipating. These two, Valerie Loureda and Tara Graff, they didn't like each other. They didn't like each other outside the octagon, in the octagon, and after the fight was over, when they got back out the octagon, they didn't like each other. Tara Graff made some comments about Valerie Loureda, her social media, and Valerie Loureda didn't take too kindly to the comments. And of course, Valerie's going to defend herself, and saying, hey, I'm not doing this to entice men. I'm doing this for me, for my brand, which, I understand, I understand what Valerie's saying. But Valerie didn't take too kindly to the comments. So they came in, they ain't like each other. They ain't touch hands, none of that stuff. They got right down to the fight. Now, I'm going to give y'all the good and the bad of both of these fighters. When round one started, Valerie Loureda, she's very defensive, but that's how she's always been, okay? She will circle away from the person's strong side, and that's what she was doing with Tara Graff. She was circling away back to Tara Graff's left, back towards her right, towards her left, to get away from Tara Graff's right hand. Valerie had a lot of success doing this because, to be honest, Tara Graff didn't provide much of anything else. The only thing Tara Graff did was she put her hands up. You can look here in this picture. Y'all see how she got her hands up in this picture? Well, that's exactly how she had her hands up in the fight. She kept her hands up. She just walked forward, took shots, walked forward. While Valerie Loureda was getting in some very, very good shots, and Valerie was picking her spots well. She picked her kicks very well. And there were even a few times that she kicked Tara Graff, and Tara Graff actually, had a chance to catch the foot and go for a trip, but she didn't do that. She didn't try. Tara Graff just came forward. Valerie threw strikes. Tara Graff came forward. And it's crazy, man, how Tara Graff didn't do anything to set up, her going into the inside. At least, she didn't do no feints. She didn't do, she didn't throw no jabs. She didn't do anything, It's just she didn't change levels. Tara Graff just looked like a zombie walking straight ahead. And I'm like, I know this can't be the game plan of Tara Graff to stop Valerie Loureda. I know this can't be it. That was it. They got into some close quarter battles a few times, and I thought Valerie Loureda wisely, she got out of there. But honestly, I even thought Valerie Loureda won the close quarter battles. There was one point in the fight with Tara Graff in round one where she got close to Valerie Loureda, and Valerie quickly threw the underhook on Tara Graff. And so I thought that Valerie was going to go and throw some knees and some strikes in that clinch. Nah, man, she got the underhook. She had Tara Graff right there in position to throw some knees, and she didn't do it. You know what she did? She just disengaged and circled back to the center. And I'm like, man. That's something that they got to address because, I felt like Valerie Loureda, she just too taekwondo heavy, man. She too taekwondo heavy. And I started thinking to myself, man, somebody with more of a deeper skill set at 125, they're going to catch Valerie Loureda. They're going to catch her and they're going to knock her smooth out. Valerie is very taekwondo heavy, man. She keep the hands down at her side sometimes, and and that's going to be problematic because when she get up into the upper echelons like the Kerry Melendez's, the Denise Killholes, they ain't finna play that. They gonna knock you smooth out. They're gonna knock you smooth out, or they're gonna use that. They're gonna catch you. They're gonna do something. And Valerie to me got to work on that part of her game because this is Tara Graff. Tara Graff don't have the striking prowess. She don't have that to catch Valerie. She caught Valerie a few times, and when Tara caught Valerie, Valerie got hit. She got hurt. At one point, they was at the end of round one. They were exchanging with each other, and this is crazy. Valerie caught Tara with a good shot, but then Tara Graff dropped Valerie Loureda, dropped her. And I said, oh, man, Valerie better be careful. This girl Tara don't have a lot of skill, but, man, the girl can take a lot of damage. Tara Graff can take an immense amount of damage and come forward. Then them the ones you got to be afraid of because they don't really care. They don't care about getting hit. Then they're crazy. It's good for the short term, but long term, of course, their careers don't go that long. It's just what it is. Round two, Valerie Loureda was doing more of the same. She definitely kept Tara Graff at a distance, and that's another thing too. I think Valerie Loureda, she's too short to be a ranged fighter. She's too short. It's not gonna work out when she gets somebody that's taller and gets somebody who got the speed and they got the athleticism. They're gonna cause problems for Valerie Loureda. It's gonna get bad. Valerie to me fights better on the in mid range. Like while she's standing, like not necessarily in the pocket, but she's in that mid range. Valerie fights well, man, and she lands a lot of like very good strikes. When she fought mid range with Tara Graff, I'm talking about when she was in that middle range, she was tearing Tara. Tara didn't have a response, and Valerie was sticking and moving her head. You know, she was fainting, and then she'd come back over top with an overhand right. Then she'd throw like a kick to the body. Like her combination selection in that mid range, man, is like almost unstoppable. But again, you know, we got Tara Graff. Tara Graff not giving Valerie any good looks or anything. It's just one way. She coming straight ahead. That's it. There's nothing complex about Tara Graff. It's nothing at all. You know, I figure, okay, if Tara can get this fight to the ground, maybe she'll have a chance in this fight. But that didn't matter. She got the fight down to the ground, and Valerie Loureda scrambled, man. God, Valerie Loureda, her scramble, man. She got right back up. You know, and I was saying, okay, I wonder if Valerie gonna test the ground a little bit. But I guess, you know, she didn't really want to do that. And she didn't want to try that. This would be the perfect fight for Valerie Loureda to test the ground. Because Tara Graff wasn't doing much of anything, man. She just wasn't. And the problem with Tara Graff is that Tara Graff don't know how to cut the octagon off. And she was following Valerie Loureda. Like, following, like, you don't do that to these Taekwondo karate types, man. You don't chase them around the octagon. Because they're gonna land a kick, they're gonna throw something, and you're gonna walk right into it. Tara Graff could have even benefited from cutting off the octagon. If Tara Graff could even do that, you know, this would have made this fight a lot more interesting, and it would have made the fight a lot more difficult for Valerie Loureda. Would have made it difficult, but Tara Graff made it easy. When you follow somebody like Valerie Loureda, who got good foot speed, and you know she's good, Valerie can fight off her back foot. It's bad news for somebody who don't do nothing but come straight ahead and can't cut the octagon off. I mean, Tara Graff didn't use a jab. She didn't use anything. She just tried to get in close and throw these looping punches. And I'm sitting there thinking, where are the other parts of your game, you know? I would have even liked to see Tara Graff do some leg kicks. You know, Valerie Loureda, boy, she was wide open for some leg kicks. And I'm talking about, man, you know, her stance was wide enough. Okay, that would have stopped some of that movement, some of the movement. Or even throw some kicks to the body. You know, anything to slow this girl down. But nah, Tara Graff didn't do that. She just walked straight ahead. And I guess that was the frustrating part about this fight. Watching Tara Graff just walk straight ahead and take shots. I mean, just, you know. And in round 2, she thought that her chin was steel. She thought her chin was cast iron steel. And, you know, she kept walking in with her chin up. Walked right in with her chin up. And Valerie Loureda caught her with a right hand. Valerie faked the jab. She feinted, threw a jab. And then she came back over top with an overhand right. And I'm talking about, man, Tara Graff she went down for the count. And then Valerie Loureda jumped right on top of her and just ground and pounded her to death. And, you know, the referee, Mike Beltran, I don't like Mike Beltran, man. I don't like him, man. Mike Beltran be doing the most. And I'm going to tell you something that he did. And I'm making a video about Mike Beltran. Oh, believe me, Mike Beltran finna get some work. But, you know, Mike Beltran came and he stopped the fight, which is what he should have did, because Valerie Loureda was beating the living hell out of Tara Graff. I'm talking about beating her down. And then Valerie get up, man. After she beat up Tara Graff, she got in Tara Graff's face and yelled in her face. But, you know, they don't like each other. And so people are saying, well, Valerie, you know, was being, you know, just being a bad sport. Nah, you know, okay, look. First of all, the girl, Valerie Loureda, 21 and immature, man. She immature. I don't care if her name Master Valerie Loureda. Look, this is a 21-year-old kid. She immature. And then second, you know, you fighting somebody, or you about to fight somebody who been talking junk about you now for weeks. And I'm talking about dogging you out for weeks. What, you supposed to be nice to him? Nah, it's a fight. It's a fight. I don't know why people, you know, trying to give Valerie this badge of, you know, like she's supposed to be this perfect person. It's a 21-year-old kid. She don't even know how to wipe her own behind yet. Okay, she ain't old enough to wipe her own behind. I mean, you think this girl gonna make great decisions now at 21? No. Okay, she ain't finna make no great decisions. And you know, Valerie, she got out there and Valerie started twerking. Man, she crazy. But you know, Valerie Loureda, she about that action. She's about that. You know, when she get older, man, she ain't gonna be doing that. I mean, she's immature, man. Valerie Loureda is extremely immature. And that's just what it is, you know. And believe it or not, Valerie Loureda was building her brand. When she started twerking and dancing, she's building her brand. Because that's what she's been doing on social media for the last, 2 months. And everybody been causing an uproar. So she was smart. Hey, she started doing it. Guess what? I bet you everybody named Mama gonna try to follow Valerie Loureda. Um, some things that Valerie Loureda need to do, man. She's gonna have to fight with her hands up. When you get in there and fight against the Denise Killhoses of the world, and when you fight against the Kerry Melendezes, they're gonna exploit the fact that you keep your hands down. Denise Killhouse especially, okay? Killhouse especially she gonna exploit that, and Denise is going to be able to throw the strikes right down the pipe, and she gonna be able to get away. She ain't gonna be able to use her foot movement with a fighter like Denise or a fighter like Kerry Melendez. She ain't gonna be able to do that. She got to keep them hands up, and two, she better be ready for the ground, because those fighters, they're gonna take you to the ground. And even Denise, Alima Lane McFarlane, they're complete fighters. They're very complete fighters. Valerie Loureda is gonna have to do that. She's not gonna be able to use foot movement for 3 to 5 rounds against those caliber fighters. They gonna cut that off. They gonna cut off that octagon. They gonna make that space small for Valerie Loureda, and they gonna make Valerie Loureda fight up out of there, and it's not gonna end well. And I know at ATT they got a game plan, but they need to implement it. Who do I want to see Valerie fight next, man? I don't want to see her fight no more of these Tara Graff types. She fought Larkin Dash, and Larkin Dash and Tara Graff, they're the same type fighter. They come straight ahead. They have limited skills, and they come straight ahead. Okay, now I'm tired of her fighting these types, okay? It's time for her to take a step up, man. It's time for her to take a step up. Maybe a Veda Arteaga, maybe a Kerry Melendez. Maybe it's time to take a step up, though. You guys tell me what you think. Congrats to Valerie Loureda. I'm done.